And welcome back to the Bitcoin Advisors channel. Wishing you a day of gains as the Bitcoin bull is on the loose today, it looks like. So first things first, let's check out some of our underlying market dynamics, starting out with the global open interest. And again, what does this represent? All the leverage positions on the board. And global open interest is currently sitting at about 12.1 billion. So we had, it's at 11.7 billion. We had a small tick down from yesterday at 12.1 billion. And this move, again, I want to keep an eye on when open interest gets above 13 to 14 billion. Specifically, that's when we've seen, a minimum correction of 25% and a maximum of a lot more. And it doesn't mean once we get over 13 to 14 billion that instantly, price is just going to go down 25%. No. It just is the first warning signal, okay? And again, I would say if Bitcoin on the daily time frame does want to, really show some weakness here at 45,000 and open interest does tick up around 14 billion, well, that would be very concerning, okay? What else do we have going on here? The fear and greed index coming in at a 54, so up from 48 yesterday. Coming out of the fearful zone for the first time in the past couple of months, which is good. And on top of that, you got global funding rates, which are still slightly negative. Really, they're at parity right now. And again, so, basically getting paid to hold some long positions, and that's nice. And another point for the bulls. And now what I want to do is get into the most important thing we're going to discuss today, Bitcoin's price action. And we did hit our first target of 45,000 and our second target to the downside at 42,375 on the CMEs, which that spot price. Let's take a look at CMEs right now. Did we get that? No, we didn't quite get it on the CMEs, but we did get it on spot price action. So that was our first kind of major pullback, and that is coming off the 0.5 fib from our last daily breakdown, and I'll show you what that is here. If I can get my drawing tools to pop up for me. There we go. So let's see here. The 0.5. Yeah, coming from this breakdown area right here. And that was our first major pullback. So the question is, and here's where I like to kind of take a step back from my opinion here and let price action do all the talking. And so on the 4-hour time frame, more importantly, I'm using the KuCoin exchange here. You can, there's several symbols or exchanges. You can look at Coinbase, KuCoin, Bitstamp. For me right now, I'm looking at KuCoin. Anyways, what I want to do is, again, take a little step back and say, okay, forget about what I think is going to happen. Let's just take a look at price action and let it decide. Let it speak for itself. So with any kind of a 4-hour closure, okay, above 45.5, I'm looking for the next target to get hit at 47,300, and any kind of a 4-hour closure below 42.5, I'm looking for the next target to get hit at 41,300. If that region does want to break, we're probably coming down to about 39,300. But what I would say is it does look like Bitcoin has already kind of played out its little pullback here, because we are showing some signs of what's called reaccumulation on the lower term timeframes, like the hourly, continuing on with these higher lows here. And so, again, all this is going to be mediated by a range resolution. Okay, what is the range? Well, we got the top side at the bottom side at 42,600 and the top side at 45,500. And so again, I think you could really use a 2-hour or an hourly if you want to be a little more aggressive. Any kind of an hourly closure above 45.5 or below 42.5, and that's going to be the resolution of the range. And you might say, Chris, how are you getting these targets? And look how, I mean, perfectly Bitcoin trades. It's just like a little piece of art. And these support and resistance levels get hit. So how do I do that? All right, so you take your Fibonacci retracement tool, that guy right here, or if you have it right there, this star will produce a kind of a favorites tab, but a bullish retracement goes from the spike high to the spike low, and that gives you the first target at the 1618, and it, what do you know? It's right there at 47,200 right there. And that would be very, very nice. Okay, now what is a bearish retracement? Well, you're going to go from the, you just basically do it backwards, right? And let me adjust that. Spike high to spike low. And look, what do you know? It comes in right there around 41,400 or 41,000, right? So again, any kind of a resolution in that range, you could use a 2-hour or a 4-hour if you want to be more conservative. And that's going to produce a pretty nice move in either direction. A nice little scalp play, if you ask me. You know, that's 3.5% to the upside, and that is going to be 3.5 or what? 3% to the downside. So, you know, that's a bullish and bearish retracement. And so I would say there still is a threat of a downside move, but I do want to go on record as saying, you know, this 0.5 fib retracement on the daily is very typically price is very likely to pull back from that region, right? And again, I'll just draw that out for you. Get rid of that dot. So we're taking the daily time frame and we're going from our breakdown. This was the breakdown area. From the breakdown to the, spike low. And that brings you right to that 0.5 fib retracement. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't line up perfect, but close enough is close enough, as you can see. So very likely to pull back from that region, okay? And the question is, you know, where do we go from there, right? We've been drawing this out and kind of covering this over the past few weeks, and whether you're bullish or bearish, you know, as long as this specific condition is met, we don't close any dailies below 40,000, call it 40,500. No dailies below there. And if you wanted to use a 4-hour, I would be looking at this area right here at, where did I have it marked off? At 39,000. Yeah, 39,300, this area right here. So as long as Bitcoin doesn't close any dailies below, again, the $40,000 region, which is coming in right here on the daily time frame. It's typically this yellow 21 right here. Now it's gradually moving up over the last day, right? Yesterday it was at 40,500. Today we're at 40,790. So as long as we don't close any dailies below there or a 4-hour below, specifically 39,300, as long as those two conditions are met, I am looking for Bitcoin to put in a higher low somewhere around here, right? Whether it's here, whether that is the higher low, or if we come back down a little bit, down to 41.3, that's completely fine. I am going to be looking at Bitcoin making a move up to this region here at 52,000 bucks over time. And again, that could be somewhere between $50,000 and $52,000 as long as Bitcoin doesn't close any dailies below 40,000 bucks. And again, if we look at 52,000, if something like this happens, and I'm just going to pull up a cleaner chart, right? Bear with me just a second. And basically, I want to draw it out again here. So on the daily time frame, the breakdown area is right there. We got the 0.5 right there. Okay, so if we're going to use, typically bull traps come in somewhere between the 0.5 and the 618 on the daily time frame, right? As long as this thing goes up here and does not break back below the 382, right? That's going to look very good for some more upside continuation and then possibly a move up to the $52,000 region. Kind of this last breakdown region right there. Okay. That's, and I'm going to leave my opinion out of this and just let price action speak for itself. However, if we come back down and break the 382 at 42,000 bucks there on the daily time frame, I mean, this thing is gradually growing up. So I was saying 40,500 yesterday, 41,000 today. I imagine over the next day or two, this thing comes up right to the 382 at this level at 42,151. So as long as we do kind of put in a higher low somewhere around there, then yes, very likely going to test up to 50 to 52,000. And why do I say that? Well, let's put this on a weekly schedule. And we're going to measure from the spike high to the spike low. And I'll just bring this over here. Spike high to the spike low. And where's that 0.5 or the 618 coming in at 54,658. And the 0.5 is at 50, call it 51,000, right? So I think somewhere between 51 and 52,000, that's going to be your bull trap zone. So again, if we're going to draw out some lines again, comes up to the 618. Okay, as long as on the weekly time frame we put in a higher low somewhere around there, I'm looking for this thing to go and head onwards and upwards, and everybody can, keep laughing to the bank. Frankly, though, I'd be a lot more happier if we did come crack back below here and we get a nice bearish signal. And, the market likes to move a lot faster to the downside than to the upside. So if you can get short and, make a quick 26%, I think we'd probably bounce there again. We probably don't break this level on the first pass here down at 30,000 bucks, but I think over time, if we did crack back below there on the weekly time frame, and again, this is all just a hypothetical. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you what I'm looking at. So hopefully you can make a better decision for your trading strategy. Okay. And so again, back above 52,000, we can talk about some of those, moon boy targets again. But I do like to stay a little bit more grounded here and talk about, trading, right? And more relevant stuff. I'll let the moon guys talk about 200K and 100K Bitcoin and say, oh, we're going to hit 100K by the end of the year, or 200K in the next 6 months. To me, it's just not relevant until some of these more tangible regions do break. And again, Bitcoin needs to get back above 52,000 on the weekly time frame, and that would give me, a much more bullish bias. But I want to go ahead and jump into some altcoin analysis today. Some of the altcoins on the board that really, I had a special request from somebody yesterday, Mark, asking for some analysis on Solana. So I'm going to give Mark a little bit of a shout out there. What's up, Mark? Let's take a look at Solana, which I do like Solana for a nice bounce here. Well, why is that? Just on the weekly time frame, with a tick above last week's high, I am expecting a move up to the 9 exponential, which is, in fact, about 15% higher than we're at today. And that, I think, is very likely to play out. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And as well, let's take a look at the fib retracement zones here, wick to wick. What do we got here? So the 0.5 and the 618 on the weekly time frame. If we do want to put in a bull trap somewhere around there, that would look, be aware of that. Let's take a look at it on the daily. Daily. What do we got here on the daily time frame? So you are getting a death cross, and that's a real death cross. You're talking about the green 55 exponential moving average and the purple 200 crossing to the downside. And if you do get a test of that cross and a rejection there, very, very likely the cross does play out. Okay, and I did have a measure move pointed out on this breakdown here, and you know, this looks like a classic head and shoulders here. And I believe this would be the neckline, right? And so how would we draw this out? This would be drawn out like something like this. And the neckline move gets you a move all the way down to 48 bucks. I mean, how would you invalidate that? Well, if you start closing dailies back above 155 bucks, that's going to look like a failure. But if you get rejected right there, I would imagine that target might get hit. And Sam Bankman, who tweeted on Twitter, said he had some bid orders on Solana at $3. That's pretty funny. Anyways, there you go for Solana. So let's take a look at the shorter term time frame. Shorter term, I do like this one. The 4 hours making higher highs and higher lows, and it looks like we got our first lower low. But I do think this one, you know, if Bitcoin wants to pick itself up and start breaking back above, call it 44.5, or that really the area we were talking about earlier today, if Bitcoin can get back above 45.5, I'd imagine Solana goes like this. Next target on Solana, let's see. Let's use a fib retracement on the 4 hour. So if Solana can get back and close a 4 hour above 121, I'd expect 130 to get hit with a short-term pullback and maybe a retest of support there at 120, and then reaches up for about 140. You can see we're getting the higher lows and higher highs, and typically, and I did call this out yesterday, I believe. I don't know if I did it on our channel, but buying the green 55 after you get the golden cross on the yellow 21 and the green 55 is typically your buy area with an easy way to manage risk. Okay, what else? What else did I want to bring up today? Really quick, Russia just announced today they're going to treat Bitcoin as foreign currency. It's regulatory plan. So basically, a few weeks ago, Russia said they were going to ban Bitcoin and ban all the miners. And one of Mr. Putin's central bank prime ministers, whatever you want to call it, was actually disagreeing with them. And now they just suggested they're going to make a new bill that treats Bitcoin as foreign currency. And why did they do that? Same way, I believe America is becoming more crypto friendly. They said they do not want to hinder innovation, right? Why would you want to hinder innovation? You want to make your country stupid? Okay, let's block Bitcoin. Yeah, let's block cryptocurrency so we can go backwards in time. It just doesn't make sense. So another point for the bulls there. Thanks, Mr. Putin. Okay. What's another one that I got a special request for is a coin called cheddar cheese. I've never even looked at this thing. Cheddar token, CHEDDA. And CoinMarketCap's just a great place you can start to look at all these different coins. CHEDDA going to the moon here. Let's see if it's even on TradingView. I don't know what it does. It's probably a highly esteemed. There it is. CHEDDA coin. Piece of internet technology, right? CHEDDA. Wow. I wish I bought some CHEDDA back in January this year. Not bad. Not bad. So that's on a 4 hour, and looks like we're getting a bit of a range here. Very, very big range. Let's take a look at on a 1 hour. And these things, technical analysis doesn't really work, right? It's just, it's too new. It's been around. There's not enough statistics to be able to look at this thing and give some kind of real analysis. And, a lot of these new coins do like to do this. They go way up, right? And then way down, right? I can't tell you how many how many of these coins I've seen just go to the moon and then boom, they go to the floor. I don't know what happens if the people that own the coin or the company, they just dump it in all the retailers' faces, suck them all in, and then it goes down. But here's what I would say. Any kind of a 4-hour closure back below 2 cents is going to give you a move at least down to about 1 cent. Okay. And if we can get back above here at 4 cents, probably going to make a move, run back at the highs. Don't quote me on that one. I don't have a lot to say on that one. But a couple other altcoins that have been really performing. I mentioned MATIC yesterday, I believe. MATIC had a big investment from Sequoia, a big VC, and I think a few other companies. Just in the past couple of days, there's a big announcement on this one. So MATIC is something that is actually a highly esteemed piece of technology that I could say probably is going to make it for the long run here. And so how would I be looking at this one? Let's see. On a 4-hour. So here's your consolidation at the lows here. We got the spike low and the spike high. And what I would do is take a fib and go like this, right? Next target is that 1618, which it looks like that already got hit. So let's go based off of closures, right? Tighten that up. So we broke this guy, the 1618, and it looks like we're going to head up towards the 2618 at about $2.30. And I would say that will remain valid as long as we are closing 4 hours and dailies above 176. Okay. It is okay for us to test the green 55. Again, we got the golden cross right there. And any kind of a test of the green 55 on the first pass, look at this first pass right here. That was your buy signal right here. You get the cross, you come back and test almost to the green 55 or the yellow 21. You throw on a long position, and this strength is getting the strength of this move is getting stronger. How can you tell that? Well, look, let's measure from here to there. That was a 15% move, right? And then the next one from here to here, that was a 20% move. So let's just take this on here, and what do you know? That would be another 20% move, or if it's a stronger move, which I imagine it might do, alongside Bitcoin cracking back above 45.5. If Bitcoin does do that, I would imagine this target gets hit to the T on the money at $2.33. And I don't think it really stops there. I think we'll probably at least get up to 245 before the next major pullback. Okay. And always keep in mind, where's invalidation on this thing? Well, I'd say any kind of a 4-hour closure back below 175 or a daily, definitely going to take you downtown for a little bit of a spin. And this daily closure yesterday or 2 days ago was strong. And now we are getting a bit of a backfill on this candle. I would like to see a daily closure back above $2.09. And I get comfortable looking for that next target at about $2.33. Here's another one that's been on fire, Mana, which is on the daily, about to get the golden cross between the yellow 21 and the green 55. I imagine we already got it on the 12-hour. So we got the golden cross there. And we even got the golden cross right here between the green 55 and the purple 200. And when you get all these bunched up together in a cross like that, that's a very strong signal. And I would imagine, you know, we already tested the 1618 to the T. And where am I drawing this out from? Your last breakdown here, from this point to this point. And that gives you your next target at the 2618. So could we come back down and test this 288? Absolutely. I would look at that as a major buying opportunity with an easy way to manage your risk. But I don't necessarily think that is happening right now. And it looks like we're getting a bit of an allergic reaction from the 9 exponential. So all I'm looking for is a 4-hour closure. 4-hour closure back above 392, and I think we'll hit 468, and that's going to be a pretty massive move. Let's get the ruler out and take a look at this guy. So a 20% move. And this is a pretty good example of a failed, I don't know if you'd call it a failed head and shoulders. I mean, could you call this a head and this double right shoulder, double left shoulder? Maybe. Some people would have drawn, but that's exactly what you want to see on, I believe it was Solana we were talking about. Yeah. So Solana gets back above, 150. I'm looking for big moves back to about $200. So really interesting. Some of the altcoins, tend to move quite a bit more than Bitcoin. They're a lot more volatile, a lot more risky. Let's take a look at two more. Atom, I like this one. On the 4-hour here, we did crack below the green 55, but this has been one of the strongest coins out there. Cosmos, I mean, you look at this thing long term, this thing has been an absolute beast, and we are still kind of getting these higher lows on the daily time frame. And I would say this, on the daily, if we can get any kind of a daily closure back above this spike high at $37, which, I mean, how far is that? How far away are we from $37? We're only 20% away. And this is a little bit concerning. The death cross on the yellow 21 and the green 55 right there. So really the first etchings of a move, we want to see a daily closure back above $33 right here, this spike high. And I'd say, hey, we're probably going to hit some deeper targets. Let's do a little fib retracement right there. So on a daily closure back above here, I'm looking for 35 to get hit with the small pullback and probably continuation up to $38. And that would give us the daily closure back above the that spike high and likely continuation to the highs at about $44. Now this could happen over a few weeks or months. I do like this one long term macro bullish, especially as long as Bitcoin again is staying above 40,000 right on a daily time frame. I'm looking for this one to just move onwards and upwards over time. And that's it for Atom versus US dollar. And we want to check out one more, Phantom, which is very similar. And it just, had a major retracement. And how would I be judging this one? Well, let's take a look at from this breakdown area right here to the spike low. So do I think we get a move up probably somewhere between the 0.5 and the 618? Yes. And if we do fail there, right, this thing, very, very likely comes back down to about 141 on the weekly time frame. Let's take a look on a 4-hour. And what do we have here? So we had this range. I'm going to get this fib off because that's not relevant for this. The 4-hour time frame, and we're getting about 28 minutes into this video. So, this one's a little bit harder to call. However, we did get the 4-hour golden cross right there. So I do like that. And as long as we're closing 4 hours, I would say above $2.04. I'm looking for this one to move onwards and upwards, and for us to get a target. What's the next target here? Well, any kind of a 4-hour closure above 237 gets us a move to 250 with a pullback, and then a target of 273. Okay, invalidation on this one. Any kind of a 4-hour closure back below $2.04, and I'm looking for us to come back to the bottom side of the range. And do I think it stops there? Probably not. This one is just, it's been one of the stronger ones, but it's been feeling a little bit weak lately. And what I am noticing is quite a bit of rotations between these coins. And here's another one, GALA, getting the golden cross right here on the 4-hour. This one has been ripping and roaring as soon as it broke this range right here. You can see this was a nice 79% move. So congratulations if you took that buy. And you can see identified again, all these moving averages bunching up here, getting the golden cross, typically a good sign. And if you want to be able to figure out what a golden cross is or what these moving averages are, I set up a free trading video, trading view tutorial. You can set it up for free. It doesn't cost you a penny. Just watch the video. I'm going to put the link in the description below, and then you can kind of check out some of these coins, add some to your favorite. Hey, maybe you want to get on the cheddar cheese train, and I don't know, maybe this thing goes to the moon. Who knows? But yeah, it looks like some of the metaverse coins like Sand and Mana, they're all showing some strength right now. So I'd say, you know, that's good for the general market, right? Some of the stronger altcoins are bouncing alongside Bitcoin right now. And again, Bitcoin, you know, let the Bitcoin bull loose. Let him come out and play today. And hopefully we get that upside move above 45.5 on the 4 hour. That's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. What else do I want to say? My little ending to the video is thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Who stuck through, you know, stuck through with me on the sound issues, and now here we are today. If you did enjoy the daily analysis, please click the like and subscribe button. Share it with a friend. Again, that'll make sure that you get prompted when any future videos are dropped. And if you're interested in learning about incorporating Bitcoin into your IRA, we have a link in the description below, and you can get a free ebook today. All right, look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great and wonderful, blessed day. And make sure you post a comment below if you want me to cover any other altcoins. All right, take care. Bye.